It may be the dead of winter for many of us in the United States, but for the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers, the fire is hot and we're still working on projects and programs that benefit our nation's military and communities. Welcome to the monthly vlog that keeps you in the know for what is going on at your U.S. Army Corps of Engineers. I'm Patrick Bloodgood, your Master of Ceremonies, and this is Corps Connection. We have three main projects to look at in this episode. The first, our Omaha district is enhancing the capabilities of the U.S. Air Force by completing an indoor firing range at Minot Air Force Base in North Dakota, allowing airmen and women to work on their marksmanship qualifications during any season.
The U.S. Army Corps of Engineers Omaha District completed a new indoor firing range at Minot Air Force Base in North Dakota this month. This $24.5 million project included demolition of the existing outdoor firing range and new construction of a state-of-the-art combat arms training and maintenance facility with over 3 dozen indoor firing lanes. This new facility helps Minot's airmen and women train in safer conditions and meet requirements to secure the nation.
To me, one of the things that shuts down their training here more than anything else is the wind, and their old range was an outdoor range, so they're very excited to get this range.
For more than 60 years, airmen and women have been exposed to weather elements that often limit their chances to gain certification in standard trainings.
I found most fascinating about this project is, this is the first new range that I've been involved with in quite some time, and the amount of technology that goes into this project, as all of our projects really, the building systems and the building control systems and the things that make these projects tick, is pretty fascinating to me.
The Omaha District's key military focus is the design, construction, and revitalization of facilities essential to our nation's defense and the overseas contingency operations.
The U.S. Army Corps of Engineers was at the forefront of our nation's research and production of nuclear bombs at the height of World War II. The Manhattan Project, which got its name from USACE's Manhattan District, was in charge of developing the capability of nuclear bombs. As part of the project, USACE constructed facilities at the Clinton Engineer Works in Oak Ridge, Tennessee, where they enriched uranium in the 1940s. Today, the Nashville District is working to provide a connection to that historic past in Oak Ridge, constructing a viewing platform that overlooks the former K-25 building site, where the first nuclear bombs were developed.
The Department of Energy Office of Environmental Management just signed an interagency agreement giving the green light for the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers Nashville District to build a viewing platform overlooking the former site of the K-25 building, which the district constructed in Oak Ridge, Tennessee, in support of the Manhattan Project during World War II.
So the Army Corps of Engineers really had the lead in the construction of the facilities that were at this site, and it's really special that that whole effort is now culminating into the preservation of that history by their participation in this project.
The K-25 building operated as a gaseous diffusion plant and stood as the largest structure in the world when the Corps of Engineers completed it in 1944. Uranium enrichment ceased at the facility in 1985, and the Department of Energy shut the building down in 1987. The Department of Energy demolished the structure in 2013 and conducted a massive environmental cleanup effort.
It was 13 million square feet of buildings, 100 acres under roof of buildings. We drove the trucks that properly and safely disposed of the waste drove in excess of 7.5 million miles to properly take that waste to the point of its disposal and appropriate disposal, and all of that was done safely.
The Nashville District is now charged to construct the K-25 viewing platform and install 12 wayside exhibits next to the K-25 History Center. When completed, the view will make it possible for visitors to understand the scope and magnitude of the site's massive 44-acre footprint.
So what the Corps brings to this is that technical engineering expertise and just contract admin and oversight of construction projects. I got a great team. And you know, the fun part for us is we were part of this project, the Manhattan Project, back in the 40s and constructing this massive structure. And so being able to come back together and partner again with this same community to deliver an outstanding project that reflects and you know, cherishes the history, I think is just a home run for us.
The K-25 site is part of the Manhattan Project National Historical Park, a unit of the National Park Service. This is Lee Roberts reporting for the Nashville District in Oak Ridge, Tennessee.
On the night of December 10th, 2021, powerful tornadoes ripped through western Kentucky, destroying homes and shattering lives in their wake. The Louisville District has been on the ground ever since, working to help put people's lives in the region back together.
Hey, I'm Eric Crispino, the commander for the Louisville District U.S. Army Corps of Engineers. We're here today in Mayfield, Kentucky at the Mayfield Field Office, and we are in day 20 of the response to the tornadoes that struck western Kentucky on the night of December 10th and December 11th. Our debris removal contractor is on site, mobilized, and they're bringing in more trucks each day, and we're starting to do right-of-way debris clearance in downtown Mayfield. And we're picking up some momentum each day, getting more and more debris off of the street. So we've been down on the ground today. We've been looking at operations going on within the city, and then we've been out to the landfill to visit with our teams out there as they're doing their operations and counting the trucks as they come in and clearing them off the landfill once they've finished. It's going to be a long several weeks ahead of us. There's still a lot of debris in the town of Mayfield, and we've got a great crew here with the Louisville District and other districts from across the Army Corps of Engineers putting forth a great effort to get the city of Mayfield and Graves County cleaned back up. Thanks.
That wraps up this edition of Corps Connection. We'll be back later this month with a special Engineers Week edition, where we will highlight the research and development activities of your U.S. Army Corps of Engineers. Until then, I'm Patrick Bloodgood, and this has been Corps Connection.